9.4, 9.5 volts coming in. I have the, hang on. I'll leave that running. Right now, I still, you can see right here, still running the original resistor wire. I do have a ballast resistor here. The only reason I never actually got around to hooking that up is because I couldn't figure out exactly where the resistor wire ended up at, either on the bulkhead or wherever, that I could just run a line, you know, a dedicated line out of that into the resistor and in there into the coil. But I just never got around to it, and it seemed to be working. I checked the resistance on it before, and it seemed to be okay. But it is really, really damn hot. I can actually touch it for a little bit without burning my damn skin off, but I know they're not supposed to get asininely hot like that. So I can put that ballast resistor in there if you think that's causing an issue. I don't have this little radio, whatever. I don't have that hooked up. But after hearing that and watching that, after it got hot, I'm thinking maybe the maybe something's up with the coil, or maybe at least just the feed coming in. Maybe you need to just put that resistor in there and it'll cool down and it'll work all right. Yeah, on the timing light, it would go blank for a second, and then it would idle fine, and then you would just see like bling, 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 like real fast, like maybe 4 or 6 flashes immediately, one after another. Not just a regular, you know, intermittent flash for checking the timing. It was kind of scrambled, awfully weird. So if you think that's just coming from the coil, or could just be that, if anybody knows right exactly where that resistor wire, where the opposite end is from the coil, where it actually ends up being, I'll run a dedicated line to that right away, to the ballast resistor and back to the coil. Let me think. I have timing set at 10 degrees before top dead center. My vacuum reading I was getting was only like 10 Hg at, let me see, where's my, yeah, at idle I was right at 10 Hg. This is coming off the ported. Of course, as normal is, you know, 16 and up, I'd suppose. But it was down around 10. When I would give it throttle, it would climb up here to the 18, 20. Originally, when I didn't, after I set the timing and I decided to try to give it some throttle here and there, and, you know, right off of idle, boom, 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 try to give it, and it would just like want to startle and choke out, kind of like it was a minute ago. And I attached the vacuum line to the vacuum advance and then hit it, and it ran flawless. It was fine, so I'm assuming that was working. That's the first time that's actually worked, and I mean, it worked for probably, I had it running out here for 10 minutes and just come out and tinkering with the throttle linkage and making sure everything was smooth. My RPMs were 750, 760, I want to say. Dwell was about 29 degrees. I think that should be okay. Have a look-see down in there. Squirters and everything seemed to be working fine. I did not have the issue with any fuel coming out of the little breather hole this time. I actually lowered the float down just a little bit more. I think maybe it was just a tad bit high, about a quarter of a turn. I turned it down. I had no issue with fuel anywhere. I did spray around the intake manifold and all around the base gasket, the carb, looking for vacuum leaks. It had no change whatsoever. Doesn't mean that there isn't one if you think that's one issue I may have, so I'll be happy to look for anything more. This blue wire you see here is a dedicated ground to the distributor. When I put this engine in here, I couldn't get fire, and it seemed not to be getting any ground for spark through the distributor. So I ran a after I cleaned off all the surfaces and ended up running fine, but I still ran a dedicated ground over to the battery as well, just to be on the safe side. New radiator's doing real well. Not getting overheated. I don't know if you can see down in there, but right where the kickdown linkage is, it's kind of wet down there. So I'm wondering if maybe one of the seals around the linkage there is going bad. I don't know really how difficult that is to change. Trying to think otherwise. I know I got these, still have these old barbs on here from manifold. This one actually goes up to the brake booster. I just kind of capped these off and over because I haven't put any just blanks in there. I've sprayed around these as well, and I wasn't getting any vacuum suction, whatever, inside there. So, any ideas, just let me know. I know this is a long video, so just let me know what you think. If you want me to take videos or pictures or anything else, more than happy to. It's about, I don't know, 7:30, so I won't be coming back out here to see if I just had to work late, going in to eat dinner and hanging out. Alright, see you guys later.